quite funny. Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, Mom, on the field umpiring with your canes?
In the Builders category of this year's Hall of Fame, Field Hockey Canada is proud to induct Pat Hall, a dedicated volunteer to BC women's field hockey.
Well, Mom, I think I love you very much. I'm very proud of you. It's an award that is well deserved.
She's been a major contributor, coach, manager, player throughout BC field hockey, Canadian field hockey.
It's just so great for her in her stage of life to now be recognized for her contributions to field hockey.
I would say, bless you, Pat. Be proud, as we are so proud of you and for you.
Hall co-founded the Vancouver Island Ladies Field Hockey Association and was also president of the BC Women's Field Hockey Federation.
I think that volunteer is very, very important.
I think she probably came out of the womb as a volunteer. Like, she's just that type of personality where she takes on these opportunities that come her way, and when she sees a need, she wants to be a part of it.
Hall grew up in Victoria near Hillside, where she was an athlete throughout her childhood, and one day decided to try something new.
Grade 6, when I started at field hockey.
Peggy, her older sister, who played the game, got Mom to come out and play the game, and basically she fell in love with it right then and there.
Hall played throughout her adolescence and into Victoria High School. As she grew, Hall became an early advocate of the game.
Yeah, there was only a few teams at that time, and so Pat and Ev Sigalet, another woman, did a lot of scouting, I guess you could call it, promoting the sport, going into the schools, things like that.
Hall's eagerness led her to co-founding the Vancouver Island Ladies Field Hockey Association, a benchmark for expanding the game in BC.
You know, and Pat was a real kickstart behind getting that all going. And as a result, we've got, 3 divisions of hockey, and we've had some incredibly talented players that we're obviously very proud of that have come through.
Word got out on Hall's efforts. This led to her being the first vice president of the BC Women's Field Hockey Federation and then president a year later.
She felt strongly about the island having a voice in the province for field hockey, and I think that part of that was an impetus for her to become involved.
She wanted to do, not just for the love of the game, but for the love of the people that she met throughout field hockey, and just promoting a sport that deep down I've never seen anybody. I mean, there's a lot of people that love sports, but I've never seen anybody that has a deep love for a sport like my mom for field hockey.
Hall's career also included national team positions such as CWFHA board member in 1976 and vice president in 1979. She also co-founded the South Island Field Hockey Umpires Association, showing again her passion for giving back to the sport.
And I think it's just her dedication and commitment to filling positions that needed to be filled.
You don't become a person, you are a person. And so for Pat, she was a giver. She was always a giver, helper.
Her helping spirit did not go unnoticed, as in 1983 she was awarded the Victoria Sportsperson Award and the BC WFHF Gold Pin for her contributions.
1983 it's quite a long time ago, and that's already in her career being recognized for her volunteerism. And, she didn't sit back on that laurel and go, okay, well, I've got this, I guess I've, reached my peak and I can sit back and let other people do the work. I mean, that just for Pat is another impetus for her to continue to keep going.
In the following decades, Pat kept coaching and umpiring at a local level before being inducted into the Greater Victoria Sports Hall of Fame in 2020.
It was excellent. It was very nice. I just loved the people that I involved with.
Well, there's just not that many women who have done and contributed so much in so many areas over so many years.
Looking back, her loved ones remember Pat as a dedicated volunteer who loved the game.
And I would say my friend Pat Hall made a difference.
You know, when you say the name Pat Hall, she encompasses volunteerism at its finest.
She's probably held every position on every board of directors committee for field hockey that's happened in BC. So I think it's just her dedication, her commitment, and making sure things happen.
I think for Mom, I think she would like to be remembered as somebody who truly loved the sport and inspired others to come on board and have that great love for the sport and to develop the sport, to grow it, to introduce it to more people. I think that's one of her biggest accomplishments. Yeah.